Do you wish your hobby paid you money? In this video, I'm going to talk about how to turn your flying hobby into a career. Welcome back everyone to Aviator Inspirations. On this channel, I talk about aviation and answer your questions about the pilot profession. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. On this week's episode, I'm going to talk about how to turn your private pilot's license into a commercial pilot's license so you can start making money. Why? So the first question is, why do I even need a commercial pilot's license? I'm quite happy flying around with my private pilot's license or recreational pilot permit. Well, the big key difference here is you can now legally charge money or be hired as a pilot. So a common question I get is, are you a commercial pilot? The answer is yes. Any pilot who flies for a living or makes money flying is a commercial pilot. You don't have to be in the airlines to be considered a commercial pilot. Prerequisites. The prerequisites for a commercial pilot license are quite simple. You have to be 18 years old and get a Category 1 medical from an aviation doctor. You also need to have a good working knowledge of the English or French language. Requirements. The requirements to get the actual license are a total of 200 hours total flight time. Out of those, 100 has to be as pilot in command. For the training, you need 35 hours of dual flight training with an instructor and 30 hours of solo flight training. Now those of you good at math are saying, well, that's only 65 hours. How do I get the remaining time? Well, after your private pilot training, you have a minimum of 45 hours, but most people finish around the 60 mark. In addition to your commercial pilot's license, you can add ratings, like your multi-engine rating and your instrument rating. The remaining hours are used to build your flight time and experience by renting the aircraft, flying to different airports, and just getting more flying experience. You have to do a total of 80 hours of ground school in the 4 subjects: air law, navigation, meteorology, and general knowledge. Costs. Now on to the costs. Again, I'm taking the national average, and depending on the flight school you choose, it could be more or a little bit less. For the dual portion, you can expect to pay approximately $8,400, the solo portion $4,700, the ground school $600, and the flight test fees, the exam fees and medical about $800. This brings us to a grand total of $14,500 just for the commercial flight training. Now, as a pro tip, if you want to do this as an actual profession, you have to get the multi-engine rating and the instrument rating. Now, if you add up all the numbers starting from the very beginning of your private pilot's license, adding the commercial pilot's license and the multi-engine IFR ratings, and any additional time building you need, it comes down to just under $50,000. However, remember, those are the bare minimum flight time requirements, and most people go above that and need extra practice and training. So the total that is more realistic is closer to $80,000. So make sure you have the funds available if you go over the $50,000 mark. How long? As a time requirement, it can take you about 1.5 to 2 years to go through the whole process from private pilot training all your way towards your commercial, all depending on your personal commitment and also the weather. I'm going to link to a video I did earlier about the 3 paths that you can take to get your pilot's license. Some are faster, some are shorter, so check that out. So now you know everything you need to know about the commercial pilot license, from training to requirements. So I encourage you to go to your regional airport and find a local flight school or flight college and start training right away. Question of the week: what do you hope to achieve with your commercial pilot's license, or do you have a dream airline you want to work for? Please comment down in the section below if you have aviation related questions or questions about the pilot profession. I'll make sure to cover them in a future episode. If you found value in this video, hit the like button, and thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week.